What if you could live forever? It's a question mortals have been asking since the beginning of time. For most, it's a fantasy. But for a handful of us in Hindu mythology, the Chiranjivis, it's our reality. Our immortality is meant to be a divine blessing, a sacred duty to uphold righteousness until the end of the current age, the Kali Yuga. But while their immortality is seen as a gift, mine is a curse. A punishment so profound, it's worse than death itself. Of the 7 who walk among you, I am the outlier, the cautionary tale. The others were blessed for their devotion, their wisdom, their sacrifice. I was condemned for my rage. I am Ashwatthama, the one cursed by Krishna, and this isn't a story of salvation. It's a story of suffering. To understand the depths of my torment, you first have to understand their glory. They are living symbols of devotion, justice, and knowledge, each given a long life for a divine reason. There's Hanuman, the embodiment of selfless devotion. For his unwavering service to Lord Rama, he was blessed to live as long as Rama's name is spoken on this earth. He is there wherever the Ramayana is told, a silent protector. His immortality? It's a reward for a love and loyalty that knew no bounds. Then you have Vibhishana, the brother of the demon king Ravana. He chose righteousness over his own blood, siding with Rama in the Great War. For that, Rama blessed him with immortality to rule Lanka justly for all time. A constant reminder that loyalty to the truth is more important than anything. There's Vyasa, the scholar who compiled the Vedas and wrote the epic Mahabharata itself. His immortality is a blessing to preserve sacred knowledge, ensuring the wisdom of the ages is never lost. He is a teacher for all generations, a living library of spiritual truth. Parashurama, the 6th avatar of Vishnu, is a warrior sage. Blessed by Lord Shiva, his eternal life is a divine watch. He exists to wipe out evil and is destined to be the martial arts guru for Kalki, the final avatar who will arrive at the end of this age. The great king Mahabali was so generous, he offered his own head to Lord Vishnu. Pleased by this ultimate sacrifice, Vishnu granted him immortality, letting him rule the netherworld and return to earth once a year to see his people. A festival you now celebrate as Onam. And finally, Kripacharya, the royal teacher of the Kuru princes. A guardian of education, he stayed impartial and wise through the entire war. His immortality is a reward for his dedication to knowledge and his commitment to his duties. So, these 6 live on with purpose, with honor. Their endless lives serve the cosmos. They're revered. And then there's me. My immortality isn't a gift. It's a warning. My name is often spoken with theirs, a bitter reminder of how an eternal life can be totally devoid of grace. My story didn't start in the shadows. I was born to the great guru Dronacharya and his wife Kripi. My father prayed for years to Lord Shiva, asking for a son who would have his own valor. When I was born, I didn't cry like other babies. I neighed like a horse. The sound was so powerful, it echoed across the lands, earning me my name, Ashwatthama, the sacred voice of a horse. I was marked for greatness from birth. I was born with a divine gem, a mani, set in my forehead. A gift from Shiva himself, It protected me from hunger, thirst, fatigue, and any attack from gods, demons, or beasts. I was an incarnation of a part of Shiva, his rage, his destructive power, his unyielding will. But we were poor. I still remember the shame of my childhood. We couldn't even afford milk, so my mother gave me rice flour mixed with water just so I could pretend. It was this hunger for a better life that led my father to the kingdom of Hastinapur, where he became the royal teacher to the Pandava and Kaurava princes. I trained right alongside them, my skills in warfare sharpened by the greatest teacher in the land, my own father. And even though I was brilliant, I always felt I was in the shadow of Arjuna, my father's star student. I became close friends with Prince Duryodhana, loyal to him and the kingdom that gave my family everything. So when war was declared, my loyalty was never in doubt. I stood with Hastinapur. I stood with the Kauravas. And so my endless life began. While Hanuman listens to songs of Rama, I only hear the echoes of my own sins. While Vibhishana rules with honor, I wander in exile. While Vyasa preserves knowledge, I only preserve the memory of my failure. For them, immortality is a blessing. For me, it is non-stop torment. My life isn't defined by purpose, but by pain. For thousands of years, I have walked this earth, a solitary, wretched figure. I am a ghost in my own life. Invisible to most, a terrifying specter to the few who catch a glimpse of a tall, wounded man in some remote forest or ancient fort. There are whispers, legends of my presence at the Asirgarh fort, where people say I still worship Lord Shiva every morning. They claim to find fresh flowers on the altar, offered by a visitor no one ever sees. Others talk of sightings along the holy Narmada river, where I'm said to bathe, hoping its sacred waters might soothe the wound that never heals. They even tell a story about a doctor in Madhya Pradesh who treated a patient with a strange bleeding wound on his forehead that no medicine could fix. He joked, "You must be Ashwatthama." And when he turned back, the patient had vanished. These are the whispers I leave behind, a trail of sorrow and mystery. My immortality isn't salvation. It's a classroom of one, where the only lesson is the consequence of unchecked rage. I am a living testament that a long life without peace, without purpose, is the greatest curse of all. The stories of the Chiranjivis teach us that immortality can be a reward for righteousness or a punishment for sin. My tale is the darkest of them all, a life stretched into an eternity of regret. Which of the 7 immortal stories do you find most compelling and why? Let us know in the comments below.